A world forged in conflict, claimed as homeland by the exiles, conquered as territory by the Dominion. There is only one whose words we can trust. Geeks of Nexus.
Hello there, and welcome to episode 5 of the Geeks of Nexus podcast. The date is Sunday, the 3rd of August 2013. 2013? No, it's not. 2014.
Holy.
I've just gone back in
There we
time. There we are.
We're podcasting before the game's released.
Back in present. I'm your host, Draycass, and with me is Tanvan. How you doing, Tanvan?
Oh, I've had better weeks, but I'm great.
Better weeks. We'll come into that.
Yeah.
Poor Tanvan. There's a reason why there's no video. But today on the show, we are looking at Drop 2 Sabotage, which is now live, and the Dracken Lore treatment. And of course, there's our normal forum stuff we're going to look at. So, Tanvan, tell us about you. Tell us why there's no webcam, why they've just got me today. I apologise, by the way, viewers, for just having me to look at this week.
Because this is not something to be proud of, but ended up getting, it's not how I got it, but I got pink eye in both my eyes, but it's a bacterial infection that I ended up getting and had to stay away from the kids and lock myself downstairs and take antibiotics and put drops in my eyes and all this crap, and yeah, so I can't keep my eyes open, so that's why there's no video. You don't get to see my pretty face today.
No, we did try it, didn't we? But you were just like constantly itching your eyes. You was like, I can't do this.
Which you're not supposed to do. So I'm talking with a cold cloth against my face. That's what's going on.
Aw, bless you. And you were just like, you were just poorly, weren't you? Generally, you've been in bed for 3 days. You said 3 days.
Oh yeah. Which I felt like crap. Well, I couldn't do anything, so I just laid down. I couldn't even play games. Couldn't play Wildstar. Couldn't play on the Xbox. Just kind of laid there, my eyes half open, and watched TV. It was pretty crappy, but it's all right. I'm alive.
Well, we hope you feel better soon, and thank you for joining us. I did say we could have cancelled. I feel really bad for making you do the podcast now. I feel really bad.
Means I don't have to make supper, so it's good.
That's true. Being weighted on hand and foot. That's a good thing about being poorly.
Well,
as long as you are being.
No. She's getting a little over it now. It's kind of like, okay, bud, like let's go. Let's
get over it. Get up.
Get some stuff done.
Yeah, fair enough.
Actually, she asked me today. So, how can you sit and lay on the couch for like a week straight and it not bug you? I'm like, what do you mean? I'm laying on the couch. What would bug me? You don't want to go outside? I'm like, no. I'm outside all the time. It doesn't bug me at all. I could sit at my computer for days on end and it would not bug me at all.
Gamers are quite good at that generally, aren't they?
Sitting
inside. Yeah, when it's outside. Yeah, but good, that's fine. Well, Sparky's not with us, of course. He's still out in Rome, in Italy, enjoying himself. I did manage to get him on Skype the other day, not talking, just typing, and he said he had a great time, and he'll be back next Sunday, so he'll be back for the next podcast, and he's going to have a little surprise for us, apparently. For those of you watching on the video, he's going to bring a surprise back from Rome, a little present from Sparky, so we look forward to that. But getting into, well, I suppose you've been ill all week, so you haven't done anything.
I messed around with the PTR a little bit. I'd go on the laptop or whatever once in a while and just kind of screw around. I didn't do any questing or nothing like that, but I dinked around and sabotage a little bit in the PTR there before it all went live, and it was fun.
What did you do? Just
I ran around and ran around and did what the heck is it called?
Dragonstone Pass.
That's it, Dragonstone Pass. Yeah, yes. Ran around the bombs and killed a bunch of people for no reason at all, and I did not play it the way I was supposed to. I was getting yelled at, but it was fun.
Were you the one that blows up their own teammates?
Oh, the whole time I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, sabotage. The whole time.
You're just thinking about the dev speak, yeah. Sabotage.
The entire time, but it was fun. It was good.
Oh well. Well, I've had a really good week in Wildstar. Again, the only host that is playing Wildstar at the moment. I am level 42.5.
There you go.
I know, I'm nearly there, and I probably would have been 43, but I had to prepare for the podcast, so I was like, no, I must go and do some stuff ready for the podcast. What else have I done? The guild is up and running. We got members. We've got people. I've been playing with people today. I was questing with people. We're getting a nice little bunch of people together. We even met some Hungarians yesterday. 2 Hungarians have joined us who want to raid with us, so we're doing alright.
Cool.
Yeah. Really, really cool. Met some great people. So hello to everybody who is on the Geeks of Nexus guild. And anybody who does want to join us, if you're on Ascendancy, or if you want to come over to Ascendancy on the EU, then hook us up. I'm Draycott in-game. And we also have a website, which is geeksofnexus.co.uk. So Tanvan, maybe you should just, go ahead. Don't tell your wife. Just buy the EU version, then you can come and join us in the guild.
At this point, I'm thinking about it. Might as well start another tune again. Like,
just start again.
No, I promise nobody will be on when I'm on.
No, well, there will be. But do you know what? It's actually becoming known as the late night guild because there were people yesterday on at 3-4 o'clock in the morning. Like seriously.
Oh, holy.
Yeah, really, really late, and so there will be people on. It'll be fine. And there's we've got people at all levels at the moment, so right from the beginning right up to level 50, so we've got a good range of people. So if you are leveling, there'll be someone to level with you, I'm sure. And I'm going to have to start an alt to level with Sparky, so,
'Cause I'm still not in a guild. I don't know the server I'm on, there's no one at a low level right now.
Come join us.
I'm thinking about it.
What is another $40 or whatever it is? It'd be fine.
Whatever. It's the same $15. Well, I'll just tell. Well, no, really. I'll say, hey, babe, it's only like it's 30 because I won't pay my subscription that month.
Yeah, you could have a free 30 days, wouldn't you? Be fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, I could actually. Why can I not get a free trial EU?
Yes, you could. You probably could. Well, if there's still some available, you never know.
Yeah.
That's worth a try. Yeah, go to Game or something like that and see if you can get some. I'll see what we can do. Wait
a podcast about that and forget about it till a week later.
That was last week. Get with the picture, man.
That's Sparky's fault because he wasn't here. I'm blaming it on him.
That's it. Just
he's not around, so it's his fault. It's his fault.
Yeah. We'll blame it on him. So let's go. Let's start the podcast, shall we? We've been rambling for a little bit. Just a little bit of rambling. So here we go.
Hey, paper, read all about it. Hey, Grano, hey, big bouncer, eat some of this nose over here. Hey, chewer, this broadsheet's bigger than you. Hey, come on, guys, it's only 60 gold. Get back here.
News of the week.
So sabotage is finally upon us and has brought some changes along with it as well. Now, as we've said several times, we are not an elitist podcast in any shape or form. And we are very proud, aren't we, Tanvan, to be a casual entertainment news podcast.
100% we are proud to be that kind of podcast. You want to be an elitist podcast? There are other people out there doing it. You can go listen to them.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm just telling you. Get out. No, I'm just telling you. I'm just kidding.
No, stay, it's fine.
We're just, no, don't leave us.
Come back. Like in, what was it, Titanic? Come back. That's what she does.
Really? Really?
Sorry,
really? You went there?
I apologise for that.
You went there?
I stepped too far, didn't I? That was it.
That's got to be a UK joke right there. Oh, there's got to be somewhere we can land the Titanic in that. We got to be able to.
Well, I apologise. For that. However, although we're not an elitist podcast, there are some changes that are important for us to discuss for the games out there who might not know or might just like to hear us discussing it. So I'm going to have a quick rundown with the PvP stat changes. Because some of you might have gone into PvP, some battleground, especially if you're a healer, since Sabotage has dropped, and kind of gone, well, I don't seem to be healing much anymore. What's going on? Like, yesterday I was amazing, and today I'm not doing anything. Help. So if that is you, then we're going to explain why. So the PvP stat changes. PvP power. There used to be a PvP offense, which is now gone, and it's been changed by PvP power. And that directly influences your ability to deal damage in PvP and is directly countered by PvP defense. And it also influences your healing. So that is the big change. If you've been healing in PvP and you've been going in with your normal gear, running around, being amazing, now if you haven't got PvP gear with PvP power on it, then your healing has been reduced. So that's the big change firstly. PvP defense directly influences your ability to prevent damage in PvP and is a direct counter to PvP power. So if you haven't got PvP defense when you're in PvP, then you're going to be a little bit squishy. How are you feeling about these changes initially, Tanvan? Because it's always that toss-up with MMOs, isn't it? Whether they go for like PvP versus PvE, whether they make that sort of difference between the two gameplays with gear and everything else. Basically, if you want a PvP, you have to have PvP gear on.
Yeah, it's usually how it works with most MMOs. I mean, you figure with WoW, it's been 10 years. Or 10 years now? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been almost 10 years that this game that game has been out, and I mean this will be the first expansion when Warlords of Draenor does come out that they're actually going to start having it where you do have some sort of like PvP power on your normal PvE gear. Like, that's at the end of this game. The beginning of this game for Wildstar here. I mean, they had because for a while you could just run in whatever gear you wanted, but healers weren't healing at all. Like, at all. Like, they're constantly on the forums bitching about it. But, so, I don't know, there must have been a hotfix or something that at least gave them healing while PvP until they brought this out. And now that they have this out, it's going to be...
Basically, you could just run in with your normal gear and you could heal amazingly pretty much. You didn't have to worry about any kind of PvP defense or anything like that. So everyone that was DPS was a bit like, that's a bit unfair. We have to have all this PvP offense and healers don't have to do anything.
Yeah. And then a little bit later, they're like, actually, no, we're going to change it to PvP power, PvP defense. So, yeah, you're going to have gear to do it. So... And
it is a big difference. I went in and I've got a little bit of PvP gear, but not a lot, because I kind of do a little bit of everything. And I was a bit like, oh, okay, this is, painful. I was still topping the meters somehow. I'm guessing it's because everyone was in the same boat as me. But no, you definitely need your PvP gear. The only issue I have with it, and it's not really a big issue, but when you're leveling compared to endgame, it's quite nice to be able to switch between just in and out, and it's not necessarily a fun experience if you're not doing as well as you could be.
Yeah.
But you know, take the rough with the smooth and all that. But basically, they've given us some little stats down here of your base values. So you'll end up noticing certain values while naked. They say, don't run around naked, you might get arrested. These values express your efficiency in PvP while on equal ground. So PvP damage, if you're instance, it will be down to 85%. This value is the baseline. If your PvP power, foe PvP defense equals 0, then you deal 85% damage after all other mitigation calculations. This is all maths again, isn't it? It's maths.
Oh boy, ratios.
Open world is 100%. This value is a baseline. If your PvP power, foe PvP defense equals 0, then you will deal 100% damage after all the mitigation calculations. So that's just the difference between PvP power and PvP defense. Now the big difference really here is the PvP healing. If you're instanced, it'll only be 52.75%. So if you haven't got PvP gear on, you'll basically do half the amount of healing that you would normally do whilst you're in a PvP battleground. Open world's 85%. So that's really where you see you have to have the PvP power on your gear if you want to heal in battlegrounds. I'm not really going to touch too much on there. If you are interested in maths and figures and all that kind of stuff, then go onto the forums. It's a forum post by Carbon Studios themselves, and it's got PvP stat changes, which is in English PvP, or there's probably one on the American forums as well. But just go to the PvP forums and you'll see it in there, all the weight stats and everything, all the changes going on. So that's that really. Do you want to touch on anything else about that? I don't want to go into it too much really.
No, it is what it is. I mean, just read up on it. Check out the show notes, grab that link, just read up on it to what it has to do with you. I mean, a lot of people may not even be doing the PvP at all, so they're just going, it has nothing to do with me, so I really don't care.
I mean, one thing,
and it's not really going to affect the lower levels either. It's not until you get to like your later levels where you're actually getting the gear where it's really going to make a difference. Like they're talking more I think they're talking more like end game stuff. Like when you get to the end, you start like really getting into this PvP and battlegrounds and stuff. That's when you're gonna want this stuff to come into effect.
Yeah, and I know that we'll talk about it later on when we get to the forum post, but there's been some talk in the forums about PvP changes, because there's been ability changes as well affecting PvE and things like that. So yeah, again, it's more end game stuff with the raiders and everything else, but there's always some moans when there's some changes. But we'll get into that a little bit later. We just always thought we'd go over we thought it was important to cover that first, because if you are going into PvP Battlegrounds and wondering why you're a bit more squishy, you're not doing a lot, then that is the reason. But a big thing as well this week that a lot of people have been moaning about over the last week is the World Boss progress loss. So the Monster Hunter stage of the Raid Attunement quest, some people kind of logged on last week and they might have been at maybe 50% of the quest and suddenly realised it was 0. And they were like, what the hell, I've done all this work to get my attunement and now it's all gone? Like, what is going on? I'm going to quit, that's it. And lots of people cried, understandably, to be honest with you, when you've worked that hard. But Craig Turner, aka Cougar, mentioned on this week's Wildstar Weekly, and there's also a post by Jeff Virtual on the forums that just stated that what was that? Was that your chair?
Yeah, that's my chair.
You need to oil that, seriously, Tanvan, you need to oil that. First of all, found this morning we hit a pretty nasty bump during last night's development that resulted in player progression on this step being reset to 0. Just as background, our quest system uses tech called quest versioning. This tech was designed with quest blockers and massive changes in mind. The design philosophy resets player progression to 0 when sweeping changes for the quest are applied. This was obviously a little bit of a mistake in terms of the Monster Hunter. That wasn't meant to happen with all that stuff. So what they've basically said is that if you were on the quest, as in you've clicked it to accept the quest, regardless of where you were, they're going to complete that quest for you.
Son of a...
I know. So if you hadn't started yet, you're like, "Way!" If you've already gone through and finished it completely yourself, you're like, "What? I did all that work and they're getting it for nothing." But to be fair, I can understand what they said on Wildstar Weekly, and Cougar was kind of saying, "Well, do you know what? It was our mistake, and we don't know where everybody was in that quest line, whether they were 75%, 25%. So the fairest way for everybody is for us just to say, do you know what? It's our fault. There you go. That's your quest complete."
Yeah. That's good of them to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And at least they've acknowledged it was their fault. So don't panic if that was you and you were on that stage of the attunement. You should hopefully, I'm hoping it's already happened in the last patch. So you should already have that all done and dusted. Tanvan, I'm guessing you weren't anywhere near that stage with your level 10.
No, I was. Why did that? No, that was me. That's.
You've actually got a secret level 50. That's it.
Yeah. I should have had more levels. My levels were erased, about 40 of them.
Please complete them for me.
I need my level 50 back carbine. That'd be great. They're erased. So if you could fix that, that'd be great.
If you added up all of your characters you've had and restarted, you probably have got a level 50.
Oh, I've had 3 level 50s.
Oh dear. Okay.
Restarting and beta and yeah.
Yeah. We've also had a little bit of a hint from Cougar when he was on Wildstar Weekly about what Drop 3 might be about. Apparently, I tried looking for this on Google and it seems to have disappeared. I can't find anything about it. But apparently, people have been talking about a golden area that people can't access yet. And this might be a Defile quest, which is in Drop 3, which is all about lore, apparently.
So I won't like it.
Because you skip lore. You skip the button.
I won't care. I got so much lore to read. It's not even funny.
We like lore. See, I was kind of hoping that I'd be able to find this golden area, but I was searching the forums, I was searching YouTube, I was searching Google, and I can't find it. If anyone has a link to it, let me know, because I'd like to see it. Would like to see it. Do you know, we're going through this really quickly without Sparky. I feel like we're not having enough banter because we haven't got him kind of sticking in, saying something funny or stupid.
Hey, that's okay. My eyes kill, so...
Oh, poor
This could be a short podcast, and I'd have no problem with it.
It's a quick half an hour. Here's your news. Not a lot of entertainment, but there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll be back next week with our full accompaniment and and Mr. Deep Voice and no pink eye.
Ugh, stop it.
At least we're not talking about peeking in people's mouths this week.
Yeah.
So from the forums then, we need to get Sparky to do a little drop from the forums, I think. I'm feeling this. This is your little segment, Tanvan, so why don't I let you go on this one?
Yeah, okay, well, so this is my favorite part of the week, is going through and basically picking apart what everybody has to say at the forums, because I have nothing better to do and I'm sitting at home on my laptop. I don't know, I find it fun. So the first one I got up here is you broke my classes.
All 3 of them.
Yeah, all 3 of them. And basically...
Hang on, I've just realised who it is. It's Scott of Awesome.
Oh yeah, this guy's everywhere. It's
I
awesome.
think he's been on like every podcast in the forums.
Oh yeah, it's the entire post is Stalker tanks nerfed, Warriors out tanking is still a joke, and medics now are garbage healing, blah 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 from PvE thanks to a PvP nerf and all this stuff. And it's the same here from the exact same players from the different MMOs, different times of the year. Every time something changes, why am I getting screwed and why is this guy getting better? Well, it's just an MMO, dude. Like, I've never played a Stalker, so when it comes to tanking with that, I have no... He's getting pretty into what we don't get into, which is like ratios.
Well, they lost 12% threat generation. Stalker tanks, took a bit of a hit. 12% threat generation because of a nanofield nerf. But do you know what? They're just trying to equal the playing field. So
yeah. Oh yeah. Look at Warriors for the first. The Warriors were terrible for tanking for the first few weeks. They're still not great. I mean, they can still pump out some good DPS as just a DPS, but like tanking, they're still terrible. And I mean, and a Warrior not being a good tank in any MMO ever made, like, come on, like something's up there.
I feel like Warriors have got the worst deal. I mean, their DPS has been good, which is why they were hit with the nerf stick. But yeah, the tanks, seriously, I don't think it's not coming to a next drop now from what they were saying. So Warriors are still having to wait, which isn't good. Really, 3 months for... Yeah, if you picked Warriors, your tank, I'm guessing a lot of people probably re-rolled, to be honest. It would have been quicker. Yeah. Just re-roll and level up a Stalker.
Oh, yeah, but... you know what? It is what it is, and that's how MMOs are. And I mean, they're gonna be fixing this stuff as quick as they can, as much as they can be at that time. Like it's gonna all get through it.
Well, at the end of the day, they have to try and balance everything, don't they? So it's much
100%. They gotta. You try and take that many different characters and different play styles and the way people figure things out on a brand new MMO and try and make it all even. It's not gonna happen. WoW's not even.
No, and I mean. They asked Cougar on Wildstar Weekly. They said, "Well, why can't you just increase everybody rather than nerfing people?" And he was a bit like, "Well, if one class needs changing, why would we change 4? Like that just seems stupid."
Why is everybody? It's all numbers. It's always numbers, and it's like, you know what? Put damage down to like 40. You're doing 40, not 40k. Not 40 mil, 40. You think, drop the numbers right down. That's what I mean. I don't know. That's what I find a lot of the time. It's everybody wants to see those high numbers, and it's all about the numbers. You know what? Take the DPS meter off of your game. It doesn't matter. Your DPS doesn't. Those numbers don't mean anything. Just get through the content like you need to get through the content. With your group, with your raid team, whatever you're doing, it doesn't matter. If the boss goes down, the boss goes down. If your buddy's getting pocket healed, he's getting pocket healed. If you need to be, you know what I mean? Like there's so much of this. Well, I need to hit this. No, you don't.
Unless you're in the race to first, in which case you're not listening to the podcast anyway.
If you're not making money to raid or sponsored. Or world first or whatever, it doesn't matter. Play the game. Just play the game for what it is. Stop worrying about the little number egos, because you know what? That 35k DPS, you can't put that on a resume.
Unless you You're a game developer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's even still.
I fixed this problem by doing. They would do that.
I could do 45,000 kDPS.
Well,
But I can't. And you're applying for a plumbing job.
I have to admit that when I first went into the PvP with my medic, I was a little bit disappointed. I was like, oh no, I'm not as awesome as I was. But then I thought, well, do you know what? Espers have been like this upset for the last 6 weeks or 8 weeks, so now I'm just feeling their pain, and it's no big deal. We're just level, and the Espers are really happy. So medic's a little bit sad, Esper's really happy. So that balances each other out. You see, it's like a yin and a yang.
The wife brought me a coffee.
Oh, that's really sweet.
I know, she loves me.
Aw.
Till I buy Wildstar for the European.
Oh dear.
Then I'll be in trouble.
Then you will be in trouble. Oh well.
Oh yeah.
Well, there we are. So yeah, PvP changes, PvE changes, nerfs and buffs and everything else always brings out the worst in people. There's a few little replies on here on the forum post. I can't even pronounce this person's name, but he's from his location is a soggy cardboard box apparently. And he said, "I'm happy. I play Esper healer. Damn you, medics, sniping my heals all the time. Shakes fist." This kind of explains it all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just read the. No, I just read. I was like, hey, look at this post. Oh, that's the post you just read. Never mind.
That was the one I just did. Shake fist. Rah! Angry people. See, what we need is a little a public order announcement like they have on CTR for people when they get angry about patch note changes. I feel like maybe we should ask them if we can just borrow theirs. Have you heard that?
No, sorry. Say that again.
Convert to raid. It's a World of Warcraft raiding podcast.
Oh yeah.
In fact, if you listen to it's got Pat Crane and Coltrane all that.
Yeah, I've listened to them since they started.
Yeah. Have you heard their public order announcement for people that get upset when they hear Warlords of Draenor patch note changes?
There's poo everywhere.
Yeah, that's the one. We need one of those.
Public service announcement.
Yeah. Calm down, people. It'll be fine.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's one thing I didn't mention when I said about how my week's gone. The other thing that happened this week for me is I joined a circle, which are kind of similar to guilds, but they're not, because you can be in your own guild doing other things and then also be in this circle of people that are interested in the same thing you're interested in. So you can have a house circle for people who, making their house pretty, whatever. And I joined a PvP circle called the Moodies, which is, and again, hi guys, if you're about. Great bunch of people. We learn a lot about PvP. There's lots of chats going on in there. And there was one guy, I'll give him a shout out, although he might not be very happy about this. But Oxygen, he was really upset by the medic changes, to the point he was like, "There's no point me playing anymore. That's it. I'm quitting." I've seen him log on for the last 2 days, so I'm guessing he didn't quit.
And that's the thing, is people don't quit. They just rage so hard, like, this isn't going my way. I'm done. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm going to go insult and I'll be back.
Why? Like,
I'll be back.
it's so... Okay, it was like back in the day when I was playing a lot of Halo 3, like to the point where I should have been going like competitive with it. And I always played with a couple of guys that would get so mad, so angry. That's crap, that guy's got host. That's crap, he's cheating. That guy's lagging out. No! They're just better than you. They're just beating you.
Yeah, just play better. It'll be fine.
Just figure it out. It'll be fine. It'll work itself out. It's a game. Just leave it as a game, please.
Sometimes you just have to adapt the way you play. It's fine. That's the whole point of it. Learning process for everybody. So that's it. Let's move on then. What was the next one that you came up with? I think it was the cancelled sub one.
Yes, it was. Can't believe I've cancelled my sub already.
Aww.
From Alphin. Alphin. Sorry. For some reason, I thought of Alf, and I was like,
with his funny nose.
Oh yeah.
And fluffiness.
I missed that show. Oh boy, Fred. No, that's not it. That's Barney. Anyways.
There's another fluffy thing, it's fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was waiting for nearly 2 years for this game to be released. I can't explain how excited I was about it coming out. I lost all interest in every other MMO for over a year as I waited patiently for Wildstar. Yet here it is, and I've not found myself going home after work wanting to play it. I don't like how it's all zoned areas like portals. I prefer open area as well. So I think I'm going to look at a different MMO now, maybe Rift until Archage comes out. Everyone's talking about this Archage. Have you guys heard of Archage? No, I haven't.
I have. Jace has been talking about non-stop. I keep saying, Jace, forget about arcades, come play Wildstar. Stop being an idiot.
Oh yeah, it is.
I'm sure it's really good.
Oh, I'll probably play it. I'll probably dabble into it. Anyways, I wish this wasn't so, as I was really looking forward to the game, but I find it's gone so quiet everywhere already in this game. Wow, this guy can't type. Find it very hard to find a guild and friends to play with. Any of the MMOs I've played with I found was way easier to do it. Maybe I'll come back someday, but for now, goodbye Wildstar, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, me sad.
Yeah, and that's basically everyone saying, well, goodbye, I guess. And did I make it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. And there's a reason I kind of posted 2 back-to-back posts from the forums here. Is the other one is on server mergers and the fact that it's that servers are becoming very dead, and only some of them. I mean, like, it depends. Like, I find the server I'm on right now is not the busiest, the lower levels, and I think that's what the guy's getting at. It's you're not leveling. I find myself not leveling up with friends. I'm leveling up by myself. And I really don't like that about this game. Like, that does bug me quite a bit. I don't care about how slow it is, but what I enjoyed about MMOs was coming home and playing with friends, playing with buddies or guildies or whatever, right? Like, that was just, how was your day? You're killing crap. You're going around. You're questing. You're farming. It's not so boring. It's like that's why I got into streaming, so I could play games myself, but still chat to people while I'm doing it. Same kind of thing, but I see where he's coming from. But
this is interesting, you see, because what I've found about Wildstar and talking to a lot of people, like people in the guild as well, is that people are coming over from other MMOs, other games, and maybe some of their friends are coming over, but not all of them are coming, or some of them try it and they're not all staying, but they still want to stay. So, like, they join a guild to meet new people that are playing. And like today, I was leveling with some people from the guild and had amazing fun, and that's the whole point of an MMO. And if you're not having that experience, then that's when you kind of go, oh, do you know what, do I really want to be doing this, like, on my own? I mean, the whole leveling experience is much quicker. I mean, to be honest with you, I've found it's actually sped up quite a lot from about level 35 onwards. It seems to have actually been quicker rather than slower, a bit oddly. I don't know whether they've tweaked it or something, but I've been leveling really quickly over the last couple of weeks. And just today being with other people and being able to play with other people makes a huge difference when you're doing that. So, yeah, if you're on a low pop server, and I mean, I don't know how hard he tried to go and find a guild, but you know, he's on the forums. Did he go and have a look at the forums to see if there was another guild? Because there must have been guilds on his forum. I
don't know. It's just like, you know, like I'm playing on the NA side right now, and I'm seriously considered of coming over right to EU just for the fact of playing with you guys, so I can have that fun back when it comes back to this game. Like I still definitely I agree with him there 100% with all that. Like,
but I mean, I have seen people starting as well. I've seen lots of low-level characters that are like literally just starting the game. People are, I don't know whether it was the 7-day trials or what, but there are a lot of lowbie levels.
And I'm hoping that's part of it. Like, I hope that does kick it up a little bit. Is that those 7-day those trials gets people going in it or something? Because
they're not all olds. They're definitely new people.
Yeah, I find that if it wasn't all cross realm for everything almost, you'd be waiting forever.
Yeah.
I find it not that busy.
But again, it's like we've had this discussion there before, though. That might not necessarily be anything to do with Wildstar, the game. It is generally, I mean, it's the same in WoW at the moment. When you log on there, there's not many people on. It's the summer. It's really hot. I mean, in the EU especially, we've had a heat wave here. People are having barbecues. You know,
I heard that heat wave, and I laughed.
It's actually it has been really hot. It's been hotter here than it has been in like the Bahamas and stuff. It's been ridiculous. We're talking about the weather again. We mustn't do that. But you know what I mean. That does have an effect. It's the summer. less people play games in the summer. So whenever people that have raided will always know that trying to get people together to raid in the summer is ridiculously hard. People have other things to do, so that could play a big part of it as well.
Oh yeah, no matter how much you love a game, there's always something better to do than sitting down and playing it. Well, that's not true.
There's nothing better.
For some people, there are better things to do than sit down and play.
It's just that sometimes you kind of think to yourself, I've played a lot of Wildstar this week. I've been sitting inside a lot, and I've been thinking, it's really sunny out there. It's really nice and warm. I could be out there doing something else, like walking the dog, or and I'm really going to regret this in the winter when it's pouring hard with rain. I'm like, I didn't enjoy this summer at all because I was playing computer games. Well, we'll have to see, I suppose.
Yeah.
When the summer passes, whether there's a difference. I hope so, because I don't want it to I am really enjoying the game, and now I'm getting up. I'm getting to the point where I can play with people, and I'm getting up to the high levels, and I'm looking forward to doing the dungeons that with people already talking about, trying to work towards attunement and everything else. And, I really don't want it to dwindle like some of the other MMOs. So.
You know what? I think in the fall, winter, people are starting to get this stuff for Christmas. It's gonna pick up. I'm like, there was a little bit there where I'm like, I thought to myself, do I really want to get into this? Do I really want to? But you know what? It is such a good game that I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on it yet. It's just been a slow going.
And if there are people out there that maybe are, I don't know whether you'd be listening to this podcast if this is what you think, but some people do listen to podcasts when they don't play games. But if maybe you tried it and got to level 5 and was like, this isn't for me, then really do give it a go, because it is such a rich game. There's so much in it, like the path system. I'm loving that. Like my science path, you can do so much cool stuff with it now, especially in the higher levels. Like I can use the environment to my advantage in fights. I can send it off. There are certain things that will cause damage AoE, and you can sort of drag enemies into it to your advantage, and you can sometimes there are little robots in the sand in the zone that I'm in at the moment, and you can go and send your bot off and it comes to life and it'll help you with a little bit of DPS, and you can ride animals and it's just, and also the costumes and that you get from it, it's a really interesting thing.
It's like every MMO. The beginning always sucks.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. It's not like I enjoyed playing WoW when I started playing. It was like, wow, this game's been out for a long time, and I got a lot of catching up and learning to do. Crap. Same thing. It's people are leveling faster in all games. They get in and they're done. That's all they do. They level, they get done, and that's all there is to it.
And some people are enjoying leveling.
I don't.
Slower pace. I haven't found it too bad, to be honest with you. The first 20 levels I found really hard, but now there's so much stuff to do. I'm actually quite enjoying it. I'm not looking forward to dailies at level 50, but it's MMO. MMO players have to put up with that.
Yeah.
So that's it, really. I mean, I don't know if they will merge servers or do cross realms or anything. Maybe they're going to wait to see what happens, like we said, after the summer. I don't think it might be a bit too hasty to do it yet, I think.
You know what? There's a lot of it where I think they're just going to be like, you know what? You guys wanted more servers? You got more servers.
Yeah.
Right? After that launch, you couldn't wait for them to just figure stuff out. You had to complain about it. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
Now they got the servers, right?
Yeah, you didn't have queue times, but now you've got low pop servers because there's the servers. Oh dear. Oh well. Well, we're going to move on to our lore segment this week. Now I'm hoping this is going to be okay for people because Sparky isn't here, and I was planning to get him to do 3 segments, but I think he accidentally did one twice, which was my fault. So rather than give you 2 Casian lores, because one of them basically repeated itself, we could do Dracken Lore this week, the history of the Dracken, and I did it myself with the help of audition and a little bit of messing around with my voice. So I'm hoping it sounds alright. But here's our lore segment this week.
My child, let me tell you of your story. Of your fathers and their fathers before them. But the final pages, they are for you to tell.
The Dracken of the planet Micros are a bestial, tribal race that have been part of the Dominion for thousands of years. They are a race known for their brutality and skill in combat. They are a hunter race steeped in history and ancient traditions. Their story with the Dominion starts thousands of years ago, when the Makari, after founding the Dominion on behalf of the Elden, believed that there was a requirement to strengthen the Dominion military ranks. After examining thousands of known species and analysing their combat effectiveness, they advised the reigning Lumini Emperor, Azrion, to bring the Dracken of planet Micros into the Dominion. Unfortunately for the Dominion, the eternal respect and loyalty of these ferocious hunters could not be won over by politics and threats, but only through strength and violence. And so, a bloodied war was foreseen, with the Dominion landing a formidable military force on Micros in 344 AE, and without any hesitation, the Dracken hordes amassed an all-out war on the Dominion invaders. To try and avoid too much bloodshed, the bold Lumina Emperor, Azrion, having listened to the counsel from the Makari, issued a challenge to the reigning High Clan Lord Zur. The challenge was simple. Meet him in single combat, with the victor ruling supreme over planet Micros. As the Makari expected, Zur accepted the challenge immediately. Just hours later, the two leaders met on the field of Kazor, a massive gladiatorial arena in the ancient city of Red River. The duel between these two warriors was fierce and brutal, and the swords of the two combatants were soon stained with blood. In the end, the Lumini Emperor's skill and training overcome Zur's ferocity and strength. Upon the death of their leader, the Dracken swore eternal loyalty to Azrion, the Conqueror, and his descendants. And these savage warriors have faithfully served the Dominion ever since, establishing themselves as the primary force of the Dominion's military might. For the Dracken, the journey to Nexus represents the ultimate test. Not only is the fabled planet rumoured to be the home of exotic, savage creatures that will test their skill in the hunt, but it is also the front lines of the intensifying war with the Exiles. The reigning Emperor, Merculus, the Vindicator, has claimed Nexus for the Dominion by the right of the Elden blood that runs in his veins, and the Dracken have vowed to help him conquer the planet, regardless of the cost.
Welcome back. So that was our lore segment, the one that Tanvan will be skipping, but hopefully some of you stayed and listened to that. Most of you. I'm not sure if I get time to do a video
I'm not
this week.
that bad. Okay. You know what? Every Monday I listen to the podcast back again. I always listen to the lore.
You just kidding with this.
I may not really pay attention, but I always let it play through. So let's just get that straight.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Now you make it.
A lot of effort goes into that segment. There's probably more effort goes into that than anything else. I hope people listen to it. Actually, we did have a nice comment about that on one of our 5-star reviews about our lore segment. So people do appreciate it. Some people appreciate it. Not you, Tanvan. But
I appreciate it. I just don't like it. I get it.
Okay. Probably was. That's it. Move on. So yeah, I'm scrapping Tweet of the week this week because again I couldn't find anything that interesting. It was all the same sort of stuff going on about sabotage. And I was like, whatever.
That's just, you know what? And again, it's the summer. It's not. Games aren't being overhauled greatly right now, so we just.
Yeah. Well, when we have a good tweet, we'll do it. But this week, again, we haven't got a drop because Sparky's not here to our amazing drop person. But we're going to do an add-on of the week this week.
Add-on of the week.
See, Tanvan can do it. You might have to do that now, just like that.
Oh crap!
Every time. Add-on of the week.
As a different voice.
It was very good. I'm impressed. Now this add-on. Oh my god! It has changed my life for questing. It is amazing. It is called Cheat Simon. Have you seen this?
No, because I can just remember what the hit and I just.
You will like. No, do you know what? It really annoys me. The Simon Says memory game.
Some of those. Oh my god! The first couple times doing those, some of those, I'm like, what the hell? What do you want me to do? You want me to click here? So I click. It's like, no, wrong. It blows up, and I'm like, great. Move on to the next one. Screw it up. Great.
Well, it's fine. It's fine if you can sit there and concentrate, but sometimes it gets to the really long ones, and I've got other things going on. Like I've got maybe the telly going on, or someone talks to me, and then I get zapped by something because I wasn't watching, or I don't quite get it right because I'm not thinking about it. I'm like, and just sitting there for 30 seconds trying to go through the colour things. Well, I don't have to do that anymore. I downloaded. Maybe it's cheating. No, it's not really cheating because it's just doing something for a quest that I've done a million times already. I don't have to keep doing it. You download this add-on called Cheat Simon, and it does the memory game for you. Like literally, the minute the quest comes up, the little box comes up with the little 4 colours, and then this add-on pops up and just does it. You don't have to touch the keyboard. You just sit back, and it's done really quickly. Everything done with, and you move on. And you don't have to worry about it. It's amazing.
That is kind of neat.
It's like the best thing in the world. So, going down, I can't see how anybody who is listening to this podcast will not go and download that add-on. I don't know why you wouldn't want it. Quite frankly.
If it makes things quicker and it makes things easier, go ahead and use it. If they allow it, there's nothing wrong with it.
Exactly. Well, do you know what? I kind of quite liked those little mini games to start with when I first started playing, but after a while they got a little bit tedious. And I'm like, yeah, don't worry about this anymore. Can we have something else?
Yeah. No, I'm done. I'm done with this. Thank you.
That's it. So many times you can play Simon Says.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to play it anymore, so I use Cheat Simon. Thank you very much. So that's it.
That's it. She was a short one.
It was a short one. I don't know how short.
Oh, yeah, I got something to bring up.
Oh, go on.
So the end of the podcast last week, I was saying, man, there's a storm coming in, and I got a...
Oh, yes, the tornado. I don't know. I forgot to ask you about that. The podcast don't know this because it was after we stopped recording, but you were like, oh, we suddenly had like this tornado warning. And
Yeah, I looked at my phone, and people were texting me, and like, hey, there's a tornado warning, and blah, 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 and I couldn't hear it because in my office I have no windows, so I'm just downstairs in my studio. Sorry, I'm just downstairs and not even paying attention. And tornado hit 30 seconds from my house.
Oh my God.
Pretty crazy.
I guess it missed and you were alright because you're here.
Oh yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. Good.
You know,
well, wouldn't have killed us. It just would have. Actually, I wish it would have hit the house, but.
Would you have got a new one?
Oh yeah. My house is worth more destroyed than it is up.
Would you have been safe? Did you have somewhere safe to go?
Oh yeah. That's my studio. So we were covered. We had beer, Xbox, my computer. We were covered.
Do you know what? I feel really bad because I'm terrible sometimes at remembering stuff like this. Like people go off on some amazing, I don't know, their honeymoon or something, and they'll come back, and I'll just completely forget to ask them how their honeymoon was. And this is exactly his prime example. The last time I spoke to you after the podcast was only last week. You were like, yeah, there's a really bad tornado coming in. I was like, oh, I hope you're alright, stay safe. And then I haven't even asked if you're alright. Like, you might not have even been here today, and I'd be like, where's Tanvan?
4 hours later, it was like Skyping my phone. My phone's in Toronto. I'm half my body's in the bush, like
well, I'm I'm glad it all worked out all right.
Found out 2 weeks later, so apparently he's dead. That's why he hasn't been on the show. It's all good.
Oh.
It's funny. Makes me laugh.
And I'm glad you're okay.
Oh, yeah.
And your house is still standing, even if you're not happy, your house is still standing.
Yeah, it's there.
We're very lucky here, to be honest, in the UK. If we have a tornado, it's like, it hits the news, and it's like, I don't know, about 2 foot wide, and like spinning a few leaves around. It's like
it's like it's just a little bit of a bad windstorm. You're like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's blown some leaves off some trees. Oh dear, and yeah, that makes the news. So we're very lucky. We're not extremes of weathers. Our heat wave at the moment is like 30 degrees C, at maximum. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit.
That's pretty hot.
It is hot, isn't it? It is hot, but it's not really a heat wave to other countries. That's just normal to
No,
most countries.
when you were saying heat wave, I'm like, really?
People in Australia are like, we get like 40 degrees here. What are you talking about?
That's your heat wave? Wow.
It's been lovely. It's been a great summer. Anyway, we're doing that thing again when we're talking about weather.
That's okay. That's what a podcast is for.
It's all good. So that's it from us.
Short one.
A short one. Sparky will be back next week, so we'll have more banter and merriment with 3 of us. It is easier with 3 people, isn't it?
It's kind of play off each other a little more.
Exactly. Yeah, we tried to get someone else in, but they've been doing other things. Like doing World of Warcraft podcasts. What's that about? So we have been the Geeks of Nexus. If you want to join us on our guild, like Tanvan might come over to the EU.
Probably gonna happen sooner than later.
EU Ascendancy. Just send me an email, which you can do at thegeeksofnexus@gmail.com, or go to the website, which is geeksofnexus.co.uk, and you can send in your application form there, and then I'll get you in-game character and add you as a friend. We are part of the Epic Geeks Network. You can find out more about us and other shows at epicgeeks.co.uk, and we have some outros. So iTunes thanks this week. We have one in the UK. From Leroy Jenkins. I don't know if it's
Leroy Jenkins.
I don't know if it's the same Leroy Jenkins.
I hope so. That'd be awesome. If it is, you should. We want you to just record that for us.
Yeah, just record that and send it in. Just that. That'd be amazing. And we had one from Stitcher. Give a shout out to the Stitcher guy, Tanvan.
Oh boy, Kinchy.
That's a great name.
Man, I check Stitcher every week and I've never seen one. It's like, oh, there we go. Now we got one.
We have one.
Actually, gonna check that right now.
So that's okay. Kinchy, and YouTube, we always have Wily Cat on YouTube. He responds to every single YouTube video, which is awesome.
Oh, yeah, he's been loving the show. It's great. I am so surprised with the amount of viewers and comments and stuff listeners that we're getting now. It's pretty. Unrealistic. I'm sorry. I did not think it was going to happen.
And he's doing the guilds as well. Mad boy.
Oh, is he?
Yep. He's PvP guy. He's brought into the guild. All sort. So
perfect.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Yep. So that's that. Anything else from you?
Nope. Just been streaming a little more lately. So you can find. Oh wait, no. What? No, we're not doing that yet.
Are we not? Hitbox.
Oh. Hitbox. Yes.
Yes, we're going to be on Hitbox because Tanvan can't be on Twitch. Epic Geeks is still on Twitch, but Tanvan isn't.
I'm not even going to get into it, but this part of me can be on Twitch. The other part can't.
Yeah.
But just to be safe.
Yeah, to be safe, we're going to be on Hitbox. We've started a Hitbox user account, which is Epic Geeks. So we'll be streaming this podcast on there next week. Just so we can at least stream it to people and they can come along live and watch us. You can watch Sparky's return live next Sunday at 10:30 GMT. What time is it over there where you are?
Right now it is 6:45. So when we start, it's 5:30 Eastern.
Eastern time, 5:30. On Hitbox, and just keep an eye on the website epicgeeks.co.uk for that stream. And you can find me on Twitter at Draycass. Where can we find you on the interwebs?
You can find me at Tanvan the Geek, as well as Hitbox TV slash Tanvan, and we're also going to be hooking up some other podcasts here soon that we might get into later on. But
Awesome. Yes, Tanvan might be doing a ranty podcast, I think.
a little more adulty.
Adulty podcast, an explicit podcast where he can swear.
Do what I do best.
Yeah.
Cuss.
Cuss and swear. We don't let him do that on this podcast because we're for people of all ages, apparently.
Yep, which is all good. All ages is all good.
All ages all good. And you can find Sparky at Epic Dark Sparky. And you know what he said to me when I was telling him about what I've been doing this week and everything else, telling him about the guild, and he was like, when I come back, I am going to be playing non-stop Wildstar. He's going to get to level 50 really quickly, apparently. He's going to be on it.
Nobody gets to level 50 really quickly.
He's got no... Well, he might, because he's a bit of a fanatic, as old Sparky, you know. He does this whole, like, you know, with his collection thing. He's a bit of a OCD. I think he's got probably a little bit. So if he gets a little bit OCD about Wildstar, then you never know.
Yeah, then he might.
He's got no university now. He's on summer holidays. He's a student. So do you know what? I think he might surprise us all. So that's that. We have been Geeks of Nexus. Thank you very much for listening. Oh, and I haven't forgotten the cred giveaway. Everybody who is leaving comments on any form, YouTube, Stitcher, iTunes or Podkicker, is going into the little pot, which will be drawn on the 15th of August for the 1 month cred subscription. A gift from me. Good night.
Pretty sweet.
Bye.
See ya.